And yes, y'all, we're back at it. The Truth Hurts
Yeah.
podcast, man. First of all, before we started things off, man, shout outs to our new affiliates. Shout outs to Big Shot Radio, first and foremost. Man, like you could check out Blackout Radio, which we're recording a segment. So like both of this segment will be on both Blackout Radio and within the Truth Hurts podcast. You can catch Blackout Radio every Monday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Big Shot Radio. And shout outs to our new affiliates for within the podcast over at Power 904 Jacksonville, Power 904 Hawaii. Shouts to Tori Jones. Shouts to my baby Patience, aka Smokey Barrows, out there in Hawaii doing her thing.
Okay.
Like things is going down, man.
Woo.
So shout outs to all of that right now. Um, so back to business. Since like Dre, you have to go. Like I was gonna get into Wendy Williams, but we're just gonna flip it over. So we're gonna talk about this Cameron versus Jim Jones situation. It's
Oh,
been growing up. It's been piling up pretty much basically for like the last 20 years or so. And it's like now, like
yeah.
it just caused the head, man. Like Cam and
Right.
Jim Jones that did not have like the best relationship, but like Jim has just been very loyal to Cameron, like loyal to like the diplomat. And then like
Yeah.
not to like really get deep into like the whole story, but like let's just start off with what's been going on recently. So recently Cameron had him 50 Cent on his podcast, and then like asked 50 about the incident with while like 50 and Cameron was beefing back in 2007 about
Yeah.
the incident when Jim Jones and Joel Santana came on stage at a 50 Cent concert, and like 50 Cent pretty much was like setting him up for debate pretty much, but like he had
Yeah.
this whole thing orchestrated. Come to find out, like Jim Jones, and 50 Cent at the time had the same lawyer. So
Yeah.
it was an alley-oop pretty much, but on 50 Cent and from the lawyer to have Jim come out on stage with that. Cam felt a certain
Absolutely.
type of way about that, and then like he just fell back from Jim completely. But like that they was just
Right.
like Cam and 50 got cool, and then like later, and then like Cam was just laughing about it. He said nothing about Jim Jones, didn't really mention his name, like he was just laughing about that. Jim
Yeah.
Jones went on to a podcast on the Justin LeBoy podcast, and they had like a really deep interview
Right.
with like Justin played Jim Jones the clip, and like Jim just simply replied like these niggas is on my dick. That they just love my dick, 50 and Jim. I mean
Yeah.
50 responded in in his own like comedy way within social media, calling Jim Jones a potential informant from the
Yep.
situation that happened with 6ix9ine getting people locked
And he
up
called him a
by blood
clown. He called him a
affiliation.
clown too. Yeah.
So
Exactly what he
then
said.
fast forward to that, Cam like finally like on his first episode of the it is what it is podcast with Mace with the popcorn, like had the popcorn ready just to laugh ready, just like Jim just went into like a Cam went into like a full assault, 20-minute assault about like
Woo.
how Jim is from the Bronx. Like
Right.
you was just a fan like that came within when Children of the Corn was hot. Like Mace taught you
Yeah.
how to rap, this, that, and the third. Like really like
Come on,
belittling like
man.
Jim Jones's name. Like yo, like I never knew you like up until like the point you came you offered us our house. Like mind you, like Cam's grandmother and Jim's grandmother lived in the same building complex
Exactly.
in east side of Harlem. So
Yeah.
that's how like Jim would know about Cam like just, they would just see him, but like they didn't really interact with each other. I mean, Jim knew more of Cam than Cam knew more of Jim and things of that nature. So like
Right.
fast forward to like 95 to Jim's grandmother, God bless her, passed away, and then like Cam like yo like he was like why drama almost like offering us his crib like that, like he just didn't understand it at the time. But then
Yeah.
they became cool. Mace left the game, and then they started diplomats and things of that nature, and like future. So it's just a sloppy situation that's just crazy to
Yeah.
me. these two grown men can't get on the phone to really settle their differences. Like Cam and Jim hasn't spoken since that the versus battle with the Locks, which was like around
Right,
3, 4 years ago, back in
right, yeah.
2021. They haven't spoken or seen each other ever since that that. So it's
That was
like
horrible.
I don't understand like why
That was
two grown
horrible.
men can't just get on the phone and just like really settle out and issue out their differences. Like
And it's so much more like, Cam brought up the fact that Jim wasn't happy 10 years ago,
right,
15 years ago, and wanted to go sign with Rock Nation. He wanted to sign with Jay-Z. So
right.
at
And
this
did.
point, he was like, Dipset was dead. So that's what
And
Cam
like
was
I
really
have to
like.
go back to like the Jim Jones like Funkmaster Flex interview, and that put in like a little bit of the pieces more together. Pretty
Yeah,
much, business wise, things was just different within Cam and Jim, and like it
yeah,
boiled over to it becoming more personal, like hindering their friendship, which is why Jim
yeah,
switched lawyers and like ended up having the same lawyer as 50 Cent. Plus, around
yeah,
the same time, Jim had his like first solo hit record with Balling, but like things were
right,
just on the outskirts, like really before that any of that was even going down. And then like Balling was just like, and then the whole like Jim Jones like getting on stage with 50 Cent was pretty much the nail in the coffin. Like through that
yeah,
point and that, like Cam pretty much, in my opinion, stopped fucking with Jim. Like, even
right,
though they got back together, but that was more when Dipset got back together from like Funk Flex and they did that second album and then they toured. It was more business, more so for Cam. Like doing
yeah.
the records, it was just business. Like Jim thought like things were just cool, but like Cam
No,
would do the
Cam was
shows,
a
like
fully
not even talk to
contact and
Jim.
get
Like
the money.
it
That
was
was
just
it.
about
All
the
Cam
money
was
for
about.
Cam, pretty much.
That was it. And it goes back to Cam started pointing out that he basically called him a lame and said that he was soft because he's like everybody you fought and fell out with, you're hanging with. Like one particular point when
Yeah,
he
that was
talked about
disrespectful as well. Like, yeah, I know.
well, when he talked about French Montana, he was like, you at the movie and you watching him dish you on
Right.
the movie and you're sitting
Yeah.
there with him. I was
The
like,
whole True
wow,
Life
Cam.
situation when like True Life was smacking them around, they became friends.
Yeah,
Little C's and like the gutter that like chased you out of the rucker, you became friends with them and like
yeah.
just
And
all
then
types of
Cam was
wild
like,
things. Like
You left me for dead when the damn BMF, when we fell
right,
out. He said, you just took off. So
pretty
Cam
much.
started bringing out all that stuff. I was like, wow, stuff that we probably would have
Like the
never known
BMF
about.
situation, they wasn't even looking for Cam. Like they ran right past Cam and like chased
Yeah,
Jim right into the beach. Like he was like one of them niggas that just warned pretty much warned Cam like yo your man
yeah,
like, you good like your man's like we good. But Cam never really lifted a finger to even help out within the situation. Like it wasn't really
right.
involving him.
Yeah.
It
And
just
that just,
goes to show like Jim was way more loyal to Cam than Cam was ever loyal to Jim.
it really
Pretty
was.
much this whole time.
And so it just ended ugly. It's been ugly. It's been ugly for over a decade.
Pretty
And
much
like,
the last 20 years almost.
yeah, because Cam was like, man, Dipset been dead.
Yeah.
And so, that shows the loyalty that Jim Jones had because he was still trying to make it work. And in a dead situation, you really need to just walk away.
Like I really see the hypocrisy on like both ends because like Jim talking about like he's doing this for Cam, did that everything for Cam and like that's what he was supposed to like Cam was his man. Like how him and like Mace had like beef was like Mace was really like talking down on niggas, like shitting on niggas. But like come to find out, like the reason why Mace fell back from like Cam and Jim the first time, like this is like the 90s, 97, 98. Jim
Right.
Jones was like ear hustling the niggas, like yo, like they was talking about like ran into some niggas at home talking about they was gonna rob Mace, like do this, that, and the third to Mace, and like you coming to tell him like yo, like why you ain't talking to them niggas about
Right.
you heard them niggas say my name like, but you ain't even gonna defend me. And then Mace came to Cam like yo, we ain't fucking with you. If you want to fuck with him, go ahead, then that's cool. Like, but like I ain't
Yeah.
fucking with you. And then like that's when Mace started like the money start getting the Mace. Like this is like first when he first signed the Bad Boy. Like the money was just
Right.
coming in with the Mace and like he
That's what he
started
was saying.
charging Cam to be in the videos and stuff and then like things went left within the Cam and Mace situation. What got them back together was like $1 million worth of game. Like Gilly and Wallow had Mace and Cam back to back on their show, and then like
Yeah,
Mace regretted like how he treated Cam, like and like he was just young and stupid and like really getting like caught up with Puff's bullshit. And then
right.
like Cam saw that, and then like they spoke on the phone, and then like they became friends together. Started the It Is What It Is podcast, and that's when Jim started like being mad. Like so, I could see it. I have like you can have like an argument that like Cam put this situation onto himself, but you can also have an argument that Jim Jones put in this situation onto himself as well.
Well,
That's how I feel.
bottom line, they need to just let it go. It's too
They're
much
two
talk
just
going
grown men.
around.
Like either just solve your
Just let it
differences
go.
and go your separate ways without even having to mention each other, or just try
Right,
and fix it.
right.
Like
Because you
all of
both
this internet
verified
back and
you don't
forth,
want to
like
fuck
it's
with each
helping
other.
nobody.
Just bounce and let it go. Because you both verified. I'm not dealing with you, and I'm not dealing with you. So just squash it. You verified this. Everybody knows y'all ain't gonna be fucking with each other. So just cut it short.
Exactly, man. That's just crazy for me, man. I really hope it gets worked out. Like as a fan, like I'm always gonna love Dipset. Like the music,
Right.
like the legacy. I grew up on Dipset, man. Like hopefully like things should get resolved. Like I'm looking forward to like Jim's new album out of all of this. I think it's gonna set a fire within Jim to make better music, to make more music and
That's
things of
it.
that nature. But Jim, like you should be focusing and watching out to what Pusha T might have to say on this next Clips album if he's gonna respond back. Because you was talking a little spicy towards the
Right.
guard Pusha T, but that remains to be seen and things of that nature, man.
Okay. Right.
Really. I I'm about to get into Wendy. I wasn't sure if you wanted to still chime
Yeah.
in. Like,
Well,
you was sure.
well, I do got some other obligations to get to, but
Yeah.
I'm about to chime in on it next time.
Definitely. All right, so like Drizzle's gonna gonna fall back. We're gonna keep going within the podcast, man. Like Drizzle, my man,
Yes, sir.
my guy. All right,
Sean
folks,
Money.
my man. All right, folks. Like we're gonna keep things going. Wendy Williams has just been in the news recently, and it's just been a lot that's just been going on with her, and it's just really a sad situation, man. Like for those that don't know, like Wendy Williams was recently on the Breakfast Club. And she is in a really like vulnerable situation as far as like there's a consortiumship by some lady by the name of Sabrina that pretty much owns like all her money, like pretty much like has her care and like have like full like ownership pretty much as a custodian towards Wendy Williams, and like she's not able to speak to her family or like even go nowhere. Like she's stuck within like this room, this luxury like nursing home room within New York, and it's just really bad. For those that saw the documentary, Wendy was like figuring and like slurring within her word, like she was just looking like she wasn't cognitive, but it was all mostly because of her drinking. At this moment, like Wendy is clean. She's sober from within the drinking. As you heard, for those that heard the Breakfast Club interview, she sounded like the old Wendy, like the regular Wendy, and it's like a really tough situation and things of that nature. And like it reminds me of what my grandmother went through because like she has dementia after my grandfather passed away. My mom is currently within the nursing home, and then like if there's a custodianship or stuff like that, to where like first of all, in order to have somebody to have like full control of, you have to take like a test. It's like some type of a mental or like drinking test or something like that, like medical test that you have to determine like if you can if you can handle like money and like handle this, that, and the things of the third by yourself. And then like I don't know, I don't really know Wendy's full situation, of how that happened and how like she had all of these people, like all these doctors like take control like over her conservative shit. But like it really got bad. Like she lost her television show to Sherry Shepherd. And like she hasn't been seen or heard from like that ever since. And like it's really like a really fucked up situation, man. Hopefully I can play like a clip of like her interview like within this segment here. But like my prayers go out to like Wendy and like her family and stuff like that. Like her niece Alex Feeney, who's like a news journalist out on from ABC Miami, Good Morning America in Miami, like would have to speak out like on behalf of the family, and it's just the like Wendy had to like have permission from this Sabrina lady just to be able to attend her son's graduation in Miami. So it's like it's a full mess. Like it has to be taken to court and like free Wendy. I mean, it's just really a sad situation, the situation. And like, yeah, moving forward, because I'm gonna end the podcast within this, but within the next, I think I don't know how much time I have on this Zoom thing, but on a personal level, I just feel that too many motherfuckers is trying to have their hand within the cookie jar. And like I'm gonna get deep into this myself. I just feel that like niggas when they not about you, they want you to move on their time with things. And like that puts me in a position where I am uncomfortable. I move like how I move. I'm a grown man. I'm almost 40 years old. I have the right as a man to like move things how I need to move and see things how I need to see accordingly. Me having to like redirect what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to build for within myself, just to make sure it's feasible within your time, doesn't work for me. And like, I personally don't give a fuck who feels offended by this or who is even about me about this or not. I don't move on nobody else's time. I don't give a fuck if it's business, if it's personal, or if it's this, that, and the third. I don't move on other niggas' time, bro. And I'm tired of like you internet niggas saying like trying to like the little bro. I have to call somebody like a nigger with a hard ER on top of that because Lee was talking about like little man or little bro. I mean, like you niggas is insensitive, bro. Like I'm the type I like to enjoy myself, B. I like to just joke around, like have a little bit of laughs and like niggas really get offended by that shit for whatever reason. Like whether it's talking sports, I mean like I had to block this one DJ nigga. Like I'm not even gonna mention his name. Like because like he felt that like I was being disrespectful. Like I don't have in 2025, like I don't have time to go back and forth with niggas. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my space. It's a waste of my value effort of making something of myself. And if you're just trying to hinder what I got going on, like you just gotta go. Like I don't have time for the fuck shit. I don't give a fuck who you are, who you meant to be, if what you're trying to do, what you're trying to help me for. If you're wasting my time, you're wasting my time. And I'm not gonna mention any like names, any corporations, or any foundations of that. If you feel that this is within your heart, then you know who you are. And I'm not gonna apologize for shit. From here, this is why one of the reasons why I got this podcast to like express what's going on, no apologies, uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored, and be me and say whatever it is the fuck I want to say. And whoever feels a way about it, I'm gonna call your ass out. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid at all of no one and nobody. I move accordingly within my own time. And like when this website thing comes about, you niggas is gonna know what I'm really about. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. I hope y'all enjoyed like the Truth Hurts podcast. I'm so sorry it was condensed. We'll be back within the Access 21 studios next time. And it's good to be you, but it's great to be Sean Money. Peace and love, y'all.